Alright guys, so we did get it back up on the desk. I'm gonna hopefully turn it so you guys can see it a little better. Let me put my light over here. Hopefully there's enough light for you guys to see. I think that'll be good. Okay, so we still have a lot of these parts left. We got our upper portion of the hopper. Okay, so this is going to be the chain for that. So first let's get the chain on. So okay, so you're gonna first off you're gonna have two open ends, kind of like this for our master. So we'll have I'm just gonna count these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So 32, and I guess 33 with the master link. Okay. Oh shoot. And this is an 06B chain, just chain, not a roller chain. We use these a lot. The dozers, excavators, even the new crawler trommel. Alright, so we'll go ahead and wrap it around on the one side. And I'll show you guys how I see, or how I do this the easiest way. Alright, so you're going to leave it to where it's just dangling a little bit. Alright. And then what we'll do, wrap it around our pinion, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my my master link. Let me see if I can move my monitor back and slide this back. And I think I can get the camera over here. Alright, so it's going to look something just like this. Okay, so then we'll slide our master link, and I want the part that I clip on this side. So go ahead and just slide it like that, and I'm going to grab it from under here. I guess that's not going to work. Just slide it out a little bit. I could tell this is going to be a little difficult to try and show you guys as well. Okay, I'm gonna do it a different way. There's one other way that I tried this. Alright, so we'll go about halfway, something like that. Alright, and then we'll get it on just like that. Hopefully you guys can see. So you can see it's attached. It's on our not pinion, but our drive sprocket. Alright, so we have it sitting just like that. Okay, so what I'm going to make an attempt to do, we could do it this way. Just put our master link right there, and then we're going to grab our, we'll call it a washer. I'm going to slide that on. It's on my poker. Alright, so we got our washer. I don't really know what else to call it. We got that on there. Okay. And then this link, or not a link, but this clip. This is going to be pretty hard to install over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use our poker guy to kind of line it up. And then we'll get it started. Alright, I'm going to grab some needle nose pliers. I'm going to get this off. What's up, man? Alright, so I'm going to grab it just like that. We'll go ahead and get the one end in, slide it over, Alright, get it nice and lined up. Okay, we know we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my needle nose, and I'm going to put it on like this. I don't know, hopefully you guys can see it. I'm going to put it like that, and then pop it. So same thing, just kind of doing this, and then bring it on, but I'm going to do it on this side. So I'm going to grab the one link. In theory. And there it is. And that's on there. So it might be a few attempts. Let me zoom out. Oh. Okay, so that's essentially what it's going to look like when it's done. Okay, now we have it attached to the motor pinion. And we are locked in. We are not moving anywhere. And we can test it. Let's I have this running on 12 volt. So let's just test it real quick. Well, hopefully we can with these guys. Oh, there it is. And that's actually going the wrong way. And there, she works great. So we'll see if that sprocket holds up, the PLA, or yeah, the PLA one holds up. Looks like it will. Looks really good. Yeah, I like it. So we're not quite done just yet. We still have a good amount to do. So before I get the hops on, I'm going to move you back. So before we get those in, I'm going to go ahead and get my rear flap, inside rear flap. We're going to get that installed. And to do that, you're going to go ahead and get 5 of your M3 by 6 millimeter will do just fine. M3 by 6s, and then go ahead and install those. Okay, so we got that flap in there. So now we're going to go ahead and start to get all of this installed. Alright, so we know these are going to be our edges. We just got to figure out which one's which. So that one's going to be like that. And you can glue these together if you want to. It looks like us screwing them is going to be more than enough to keep them together. So let me just figure out which one goes where. Alright, we actually gotta scoot this whole thing over. Okay. Alright, so this one's actually gonna go on this side over here. No, it's not. It's gonna go on my side. Alright, so I'm gonna grab my M3 by 12. Go start on these. So go to the very last one. Just keep it nice and straight. We'll go through. If you guys are running out of 12s or whatever it is, 10 on your roll too. Whatever you got in. Okay, so this guy next. Yeah, okay, let's not. I'm gonna glue it. You guys, if you're on the older version of all this. What the heck is that? It's just on the oh, there's my hand. Beautiful. So normally I would go through. Do so, trying to flip this type over. Hopefully you'll be able to build a decent sized place to build it. I'm looking to expand my building areas. Right now we're trying to figure it out. Okay, so right now, those. Maybe that one, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so we'll grab both of these guys. Notice the difference here. Maybe the same thickness, but the mount on one is going to be half of the thickness one, and the other one is just one full piece. So we'll go ahead and I think this has to be drilled out, so we can do that. Grab our M2 by 10 millimeters. Alright, on my hand, so green one. I'm gonna grab our iron free balls. I'm going to bring that here. I'm on both sides. Well, I already got that. So I'm going to let's get this one done. It's the same thing on these bottom ones. I'm gonna do it just flip the out. I'm gonna do this one first. So I'm gonna go to the top. Oops, okay. Losing my nuts. Screws. Losing my screws. I think I'm in a box. Alright, let's switch over. Oh well. No, no 12 on this one. These are gonna be 8. Oh, 10. Oh, 10 on this one. They're gonna be 8. And too light. You're gonna 6s. You're gonna 6s will be better. Sure, that's right. Yeah, 6s. I'll be late for it. Still only gotta turn this around. No, we're gonna grab it one more time. One more time. Alright, so put some away. Alright, so put it around. Alright, I gotta do it too. Okay, so let's figure out where these ends. Just like that. Right. Right. No, it's not that one. Oh, wait. Alright, so in there. And do what fails. Well, right now for me, that screw hole is useless. But doesn't matter, there's already a screw right here, so I suppose it'll be alright. It cleans up, but still working. Alright, let's put it that way. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over one time. So that's it for your hopper. Hopper nice and built. I think, yeah, we're going to do it, flip it around one time. But the rest of the assembly will be from this front side. Oh, I'll tell you what. Alright. Okay. So we got the chain on. We could start doing pretty much whichever one we want. But what I'm going to start with first is I forgot to tap these yesterday. So we're going to take our M5 tap. Don't break it. Alright. We'll take this other guy. Okay, so you're going to take your we're going to take our deck 2, and you're going to take your handrail 1. I'm not sure why I have them labeled as 2 different ones, but yeah, handrail 1 and your M2 by 8. I'm going to get it started here. This first one's going to be the hardest. And then what we'll do is we'll move to this middle one, just to keep everything aligned. And we'll get the rest in. Oops. And then over here I'm going to use some M2x5s. Ooh, almost broke it. Alright, and we're going to go with our deck 1. I'm going to go and get that going over here. M2x8. Handrail 1. Get some support on this one. Do the same thing. Oh, it's not on that one. Start here in the middle. Make sure this other one is on the right edge. This edge one is going to get their M2x5. And then we'll start it all over. Okay, grab our deck 2. M2x8. Get our rail. Clean this up. Alright. We're going to start on this edge with the M2x8. Before I get that one tightened, I'm just going to get this next one in the middle. Keep it straight. If it's not sitting properly, like it's a little crooked up here, it's probably because one of your supports like this is just a little bit crooked. So you can straighten it out with your fingers. Probably add some screws on that guy. Alright, so last one's going to be our deck 1. And grab our railing here. We'll do the middle first this time. So if that was in there. Alright, so we'll grab another deck 1 and we're going to start over here. We'll do the same thing. It's actually supposed to go underneath this guy here. There's a couple screws holding me back here. I'm probably gonna I'll name that one deck 3. Oh, don't forget your handrail. Alright, gonna get our deck 2. That was a bummer. I gotta print another handrail. Oh, I thought I had enough. So you get your deck 2, do the same thing, and then get your handrail and go ahead and get that mounted. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the rest of this finished, and then we'll come back and finish up the steps. If you guys are going to be using those, because you don't need to have any of this deck if you don't want it. It is cool to see, but alright guys, so I forgot I'm only gonna use one set of stairs, so go ahead and press in your rail. I'll show you guys how I did it. You're gonna go ahead and press in your rail to the stairs. You do the same thing on this guy. You might have to drill some of these holes out a little bit or clear them. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some glue. And we don't need much. Then we're going to go ahead and place them together. And you'll notice it's going to be a little hard. So you're going to try and push those railings up with your fingers. And you're going to get them in their holes. And push down. Go ahead and push down on those rails. Get them nicely in there. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it down right here and just push down. Set this away. Grab our goods. Or before I do that, we're gonna glue these the railings together too. should be good though. Alright. And we have completed our staircase. I don't have enough room, but what you'll do is bolt it from the back side here, or you can just simply just glue it on, however you wanted to do it. I'm not going to put mine on just yet. I'm going to get it into position, but that's going to be the build for your trommel. Well, you're going to add your doors, use the hinges, print those, and I'm probably not going to add those until a little bit later. I want to start getting some videos of me using it some more and showing you guys that it runs and works and all that good stuff. So thanks for tuning in. Okay, so let's talk about some just to finish it off. I grabbed these ESCs off of AliExpress. I think they were they're called Rio Rand. I can't remember the exact amperage. But they're just regular motor ESCs with potentiometers, and I thought this was cool because we can control the output. I have them just about halfway. One of them's all the way up, and that's probably okay. That's the drum, and then the conveyor I had about halfway up. So we'll play with that again. And then what I ended up doing is just wiring some wires so I could use it off of a Dean's battery, and then some bullet connectors, and then a JST plug. So I'm going to go ahead and connect all this, and I installed my stairs. What I'll do is run up my wires up into here through the little hole down below. Hopefully you guys have small hands. I can't remember which one's which, so we might have to flip these around once we get it turned on. Okay, and then we'll bring this wire up as well. That's going to plug into our second ESC. So I'll place all of this inside. You could always run it with something else. You actually don't need an ESC. You can run it with without it perfectly fine. Run it right off the back. It'll run. For what we're doing, we're not going to do that. Okay, so let's just do one more final test. And alright. Everything's running good. It's running the way it should be. Did it. That will be your trommel build. Now let's go put some dirt in it.